Why, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How's everybody out there in YouTube land? I hope y'all sat fine and dandy. It's Friday, guys. We made it through another one. Yes, we did. Made it through another week. Well, tonight, guys, we're going to do something funny. I'm going to probably title this Frankenstein motor. What we're getting ready to do, I'm draining the oil out of this engine. So let's walk into the garage here real quick. And also, guys, we have this little engine. They're both, of course, they're both the same. Not the same, but this one is a Tecuimseh, so is that one. What I need to do, let me get this outside. Alright, what I am going to have to do, because I'm trying to fix a wood chipper, and it's a leaf vac. And it's pretty handy, especially in the fall. And the motor on this, the governor broke off, which I'm getting ready to show you. And then something happened to the valves. It started pouring oil through the exhaust. So I think it was valves. But anyway, that's what I need to fix. But where they got this piece here, that's where you put your sticks in to chop them up. Now, that's kind of hindering me right now, and I'll explain more right here in a second on this, because it's the way it's mounted on here. It's kind of, I don't know why they did it for. Now, where they got that mounted just like that, they had to make this block come flat. See this? They had to fix this whole bottom of the bucket flat to go up beside that. And if you look at this engine and pretty much the rest of the engines, they're round. See? So I was going to just put this engine on there and take the carburetor and everything off of this one, but there's a couple differences. One is the shaft is too small. See, this is only about an inch shaft. This one's about 3 inches. And also, this one is just a little bigger. It's probably 5/8, and this is a 3/4. So, here's where we're getting into the Frankenstein part. I'm going to try to take the rod and the shaft and everything out of this motor and put it over in this. And I'm going to try to use this bottom of this bucket on this one where it's got the flat and put it over on this. And I took my measurements that I've taken. They're the same. It's just this one they made special for that leaf vac. And everything should line up. But it's one of them things, I don't know if it's going to work or not. But you never know till you try. And it's not going to be super hard. The hard part's already over. I already got the blade off. And the thing over here, I don't know what you call it. The thing that makes the vacuum and the chopping blades, both of them came off good. I didn't have to take a pulley or nothing to get that off. Usually that's the hardest thing, because you can't get that off. And in return, you can't get this bottom of the block off. So we've already conquered that. So pretty much all we have to do is take these bolts out, take this apart. And also what killed this motor over here, guys? The governor. The governor goes right here on the block. And here it is on this. See, it goes like that. That's how it's supposed to be. But this broke off. And when I bought this, I didn't see that. The motor would run, but it would run wide open. And I believe that's what messed the valves up, because I tried to idle it down, and I did a little bit, but it just wasn't enough. And I think it just ruined this motor. So that's what we're getting ready to do. Everything else, guys, should line up. The gas tank, everything. Everything's the same. Of course, I've got the gas tank off this one, but this will go right over on this. I can use the pull start. This one's just a newer motor. I think this one is probably 70s or 80s. It's not super old because it's not. It's electric start. It's not. It doesn't have points. At least I don't think it does. I don't think it does. If it's got points, that's going to be another problem. I don't think it does, though. I think it's electronic start or ignition, too. But that's what we're getting ready to do, guys. For some reason, they didn't put the little Indian on this Tecuimseh. They put it on that one. So I'll probably use this. It just looks, I think it looks cooler. So I'm been draining the oil out of this one, getting all the oil out, and this one's already bone dry. So I'm gonna let this drain a little bit more, and then we'll get it into the garage and we'll start taking it apart and see what we can do, guys. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take the pull start shroud off, take the breather off. I already took the gas tank off, so we're going to take the breather and all this off first. And then what I want to do, I want to take the head off, both of them, get it down to the head, and then we'll compare the piston and see if the piston and the cylinder is the same size. And I believe if they're the same size, we can interchange all this. So that's what our plan is here. I get these bolts out. I've got a pre-drilled. Got my sockets out already. That fit. There's that one. Put baggies so I don't lose them. There's that. And it should pop off. I think there's another one in there. No. The breather. Alright, now we'll take the pulley. And the rope broke on me the last time I tried to start it. The rope broke. It bound up where the valves, something happened to the valves, and it just, the motor itself's not locked up. It's just I don't, tell you the truth, don't know what happened, guys. Alright, need our next socket. Take these off. I don't know where that one. There it is. I don't know why Tecuimseh, why they made two different bolts for this. I don't know why they did that, but they did. Because the two on the back are smaller. That should come off now. There we go. Set that aside. There's the coil. Now we don't really have to take the carburetor or nothing off right yet. But we need to take this head off. So let me find the socket for that. Looks like a 9/16. Well, no, maybe a half inch. There's one. When I was a kid, we didn't have anything like this, and we did everything with a wrench like that. This socket wrench, and these make this job a breeze. Got gas coming out of the carburetor. We got a tight one. That was a 2. We got 2 that's tight. Man, them are only 2 that was really tight. And they're on there. Well, can't get a good bite on it. And that one is out. All right. Alright. Put the head bolts in here. The baggie. This engine doesn't look like it was very old. I don't know why the governor was broke. I don't know if someone didn't know what they was doing and broke it, or it just broke. I've never seen that. Incompetence. That's what I'm thinking happened. Alright, let's see if we take his head off. Smells good and gassy in there. I don't want to mess up this gasket. Put that down in the baggie so it don't get crushed. See all the gas inside the cylinder? Let's see, it's what she's... That valve opened. That one, the exhaust opened. So I don't know what's going on. That don't feel like gas, that feels like oil. I don't know why oil will be up here. I'm gonna get my mechanic gloves on, guys, because it's gonna get nasty. Alrighty, let's bring over the other engine. I have 2 buckets sitting over here, one for each motor, so I don't get things out of order. Alright, guys, let's get this other one over here. And I've already got everything off it, so on the carburetor. A little bit different sockets for this. What is that? 7/16. bigger back here, a little bit different setup. So I probably won't be able to use that shroud. That only has 2 bolts. There's our first differences. No. These are 3 head bolts. 3 head bolts. This should come off. This, I believe, guys, is points where it's different. No, the coil on this one is underneath the flywheel. So, let's see if the cylinders are the same. I don't think they are. I think we even had different cylinders here. No, the cylinders fit. Yeah, same cylinder. Same cylinder, you guys. It just looks different. Now we need to measure. Only thing so far is the firing. The coil is underneath this one's flywheel, which I probably can use this flywheel and all this setup. All I need is put the rod in this block, and as long as that bottom bucket fits this, we should be good. Let's check to make sure the valves open on this one like they're supposed to. There's not much play. Okay, there's the exhaust. There's the, okay. That feels good. You feel this one. I can turn that one a little bit, but it takes some force, and there's no wiggle. All right, let's put them. Let me get these bolts. Head bolts put up. Oh, you know what I forgot? One of them was shorter than the other. 2 of them were. I'll have to remember that. It's right, 3 short. I'll have to look in the manual and see where they go. 3 short bolts. Okay. And those are this bucket. And there goes all the washers. How did that happen? All this because the governor failed on the other motor. I don't know what other piece of equipment that would have that type of bottom with that flat. And you got to have that to work this piece of equipment. So, that's why I'm going through the trouble. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but, you know, I need it running. That way I can sell it or whatever if I need to. Just sitting around back ain't cutting it, you know what I mean? Taking up space for nothing, no reason. Gotta work. Alright. So let's bring together. And I'm sure if the head fit, these will be the same, don't you guys? Wouldn't y'all think too? See, this one comes almost to the top. This has a little play. There's a little, about 1/8 inch in the piston. The piston comes all the way to the top here, but this is about 1/8 inch before it goes back down. I don't know if that would cause any problems or not. I don't know why this must have bad rings. Because it shouldn't have oil in that. Man, somebody's playing music loud. It's going to get me a copyright. Hold on, guys. Let me see what's going on. Alright, guys. They was jamming Bob Seger. They turned it off for the minute. If they do it again, I'll have to shut the door. Alright. So, next thing, guys, what we're going to have to do is go ahead and take this. Well, first we got to measure. Let's measure this real quick. See the piston. Looks like right at 2.5. Or 2 3/8. It's 2 3/8. Yeah, they're the same piston, same. I have my little gauge and I cannot find it. I haven't ever used it. I just want to do it for this video. Of course, I couldn't find it. But they look identical, guys. The pistons look the same diameter. So I think we're good there. So we'll carry on. Now, I don't know. I think this thing here is for like that keel. I'm not really for sure what that's for. Yeah, it's the brake. You gotta pull that back, and it's a safety feature. So I won't be able to use the safety feature on this because I don't have no way to mount it here. It mounts in this little square. There's a boat hole been drilled and tapped here. So this one won't have a safety feature. So let's do next thing. Let's take the bottom bucket off. So let me set this motor aside. They're getting louder. And these should just come right off. I drained the oil, so it shouldn't give us too much problem. Them look like 3/8. 3/8. Where are you? A little bigger than that. There we go. That was, yeah, 3/8. Okay. Cool deal. I think I need that long extension. One, two, and 6. Get my glove back on the greasy. Which I don't care. I'm gonna get ready to eat dinner here in a little while, and I don't have any goo gone or nothing. Not goo gone, but you know, that hand lava soap or anything. I've got a bunch of grease on my hands right this moment. Let's get these out. There's 6 of them. I hope they come out. Okay. Label this, guys. Bottom. Bucket. Alright. Let me get my mallet. Alright, guys. Get that yellow t-shirt out here. It looks horrible on film. Alright. Let's see how hard this is going to be to get off. We don't want to break nothing. You can hear something rattling in there. That's the governor. There we go. Nothing to fall out. Oh, I've got my keys in there. Gotta get that key way out. Well, usually those pop right out. Huh. Actually dug into my... Gotta get a smaller screwdriver, guys. Okay. I'll put that in the baggie. We'll need that. If this works. If this all works out. Oh, oil going everywhere. Get my manual over here. I thought I had all the oil out. Well, I knew we have some here. Alright, this should slide off, guys. I think we're in the camera. It's got a gasket. I don't want to break that. Boing! About hit me in the face. So there we go. There's what's left of part of that governor. You can see it's broke right here. But there's the pin. See how it's sheared off? It's supposed to have two. Supposed to have 2 of these little posts. Supposed to have one on this side over here. Does that come out? I think it's got a clamp. I don't know how to go about getting that off there. Because I've never had this happen before, so this is new to me. How does it come off? I'll have to look that up. Here's thought maybe there might be a bolt or something in there, but there's not. So yeah, that's something I will have to look at and see how they probably pressed that in. They sure probably did. It's not coming up out there. I'll have to look that up, because if I can't get that out, I'll have to get some gasket too, maker, because this gasket is gone. But if I can't get that out, this project is done for. But surely they made it where you could change that out. It's got a little, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It has like a little edge all around. It's like it's almost like a washer, but it's made on this right there. There's no snap ring or nothing. You would think there'd be a snap ring or something. It feels solid. Well, I'll have to look that up for tomorrow's video. Okay, let's set that aside, because we got to have this. This is the most important piece, this here, because of the flatness. So, let's look in here. Look at this. What in the world is that? And you got, here's that shoulder that got broke. Not shoulder, but that little piece that was broken, that little plastic piece. That's what, I'm gonna have to look this up. I haven't never seen anything like that. Tecuimseh, I worked on a lot of Briggs and Strattons, so this is gonna be a learning curve here. I have no idea what that, I guess that's the governor. I guess that comes and swings out, maybe. I don't know. It don't go all the way. It don't go all the way around. All right. Let's see if there's anything else in there. Here's a piece. Here's the actual governor, guys, that went on there. I guess that goes up here on this. Rod's dismounted probably on this somehow. Hopefully the other one's not broken. We can see what happened. Because this is the first time I've ever been in at the Tecuimseh. Let's see. It's got this thing here. And I don't know what that is. I don't think the other motor has that either. No. Which it don't matter. As long as this fits in that engine. That's all that matters. That's some kind of breather or diaphragm. What? This motor's, see? There's some kind of diaphragm in there. And it pops in the top of the block. It's like plastic. And it has this hose here. Very odd. So I'm going to take this out, guys, and let it drain. And we'll take the other one apart and look at it. Alright, guys, let's bring this one over. Oh. this one apart and see what it looks like inside. See what kind of surprises we have in there. It's made, the governor's made the same way because there's the divot. Got a lot of grease on it. Stick it to the socket. Did I miss one? Yeah, I missed two actually. That one. And that one. I mean, this motor here, it was in bad shape. The carburetor was all corroded and all gummed up, so neither motor engine was going to run. So hopefully, with everything we got here, we can make one of them run, guys. So let's get the cap off, get the bucket off. Oh, I left that key in there. I can't have that key in there. It'll tear that gasket. Alrighty, I got it out. It's like a little moon. I'll probably mess that up. I'll probably, if this works, I will probably have to order a new gasket for this. Put it in my bag. My boat. This is bottom bucket. Motor's wet. Okay, now let's see if we can get this off, guys. Sorry about the delay. All right. Ooh, that was on pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, no. Don't need stuff falling out, but it does have one of those. There we go. So that goes in here. So that's got the same setup. So that's good. It goes in there. There's what the governor's supposed to look like, guys. And you spin that and it's balls out, you know what I mean? Balls out. See? So see, this on the top has a C clamp, or not a C, but you know what I mean, those little clamps. So we can get that off. We just got to figure how to get it all off, because we got to have this. We've got to have that. Let's compare. They're identical. They are identical, guys. So what I'm going to do got a number 20 down here. Look at that sludge. Look at that. That is nasty. All right. What I got to do, guys, I've got to do a little studying, see how I get this governor out. I may have to order a new one, but I still got to get this one out because we got to use this. We got to use this, and we got to put the crank. We got to put the, where'd that motor go? Oh, it's outside. We got to put the crank and everything out of the other motor in here. You'll have to go in here, and hopefully the electrical system will work, which it should. I don't know. I don't know what size. Only thing will give me problem. We'll have to get these. We'll have to get this completely apart to find out, guys. Because I wonder if they changed the size on the top. Because I know the bottom shaft is, this one's small. I know this one's smaller. But I wonder if, oh, I made a mess. I just thought of that. See, I would use this shaft if it was long enough. It's not long enough. It's not long enough. And here's the governor. I guess, I don't know really how. I'm going to have to watch a how it works video because I don't know what that rides on. So I'm going to have to get in there. That comes off. I'll take that off now. And this should pull out. Well, it should. What's that in there with? Maybe it don't come out. Maybe that crank slides in there, so that's going to be a pain in the butt. I just wonder, I'm thinking if that top of this crank is not the same size as this one, I'm screwed anyway. Because it's, like I said, this is 3 1/4 shaft on the bottom and 5/8 on the other one. Because that would throw the flywheel and everything off. But you wouldn't think they would have one more. They would change the size up. The reason why that one's a bigger crank is because this is chopping up leaves and branches and stuff. So it had to be a stronger shaft. But hopefully they kept the shaft on the top the same. And that you would think they would, because they're not going to change all these flywheels and everything and make another part to make on the assembly line. But they, just to screw me, they probably did. So, alright guys, I think that's about as far as I'm going to go with tonight. I've got to go and watch a how-to get this governor off of here. And I've got to figure out how the governor even works. Because I don't know how it hooks to this. You know where I showed you this goes on the outside of the motor? I don't know what that works on. I thought that ball, this thing, was up here. I can't get that back on, right? Is it just going one way? I thought when I took that off, it went in here like that. So that stays in that position. That's nowhere close to that working at. Let me see. Oh, okay, I see. When you put this down in there, it works this. Okay. Okay, I had a moment there for a minute. Alright, guys, I'm going to take this out and drain this oil, clean up this horrible mess that I made. Tomorrow in part 2, We'll get it drained tonight. That way it's not so nasty to work on. And tomorrow we'll take these cranks out and we'll see where we go from there. See if we get lucky or not. See if we get lucky or not. And maybe one of you guys out there already know. And if you do, put it in the comments. Alright guys, I hope you are having a great Friday. I hope everybody's doing good and everybody's well. Till the next one, I will see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye guys.